done. Really? But now it's a wrap. Chop. Zach.
Yes, sir.
The Brief.
The Brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The Brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh.
Ah.
Sheesh. I'm Chop.
I'm Zach.
Cigar Lounge, where we spend most of our time at. Folks come through, we see where they mind at. I'm bound to say something crazy, might have to rewind that.
We be chillin', plotting millions. When we in the building, no doubt that we be chillin'.
We be chillin'.
Tune in and subscribe to get that feeling. Tune in and subscribe to get that feeling.
The Brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The Brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh.
The Brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The Brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh.
The Brief. You know, this almost wasn't done.
Really?
But now it's a wrap. Chop. Zach.
Yes, sir.
The Brief.
The Brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The Brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh.
Ah.
Sheesh. I'm Chop.
I'm Zach.
Cigar Lounge, where we spend most of our time at. Folks come through, we see where they mind at. I'm bound to say something crazy, might have to rewind that.
We be chillin', plotting millions. When we in the building, no doubt that we be chillin'.
We be chillin'.
Tune in and subscribe to get that feeling. Tune in and subscribe to get that feeling.
The Brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The Brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh.
The Brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The Brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh.
The Brief. You know, this almost wasn't done.
Really?
But now it's a wrap. Chop. Zach.
Yes, sir.
The Brief.
The Brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The Brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh.
Ah.
Sheesh. I'm Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yo, it feels so good to be back on this couch with my brother Zach. What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
This is The Brief,
Yes, sir.
the best podcast in the whole damn world.
You know it.
Pod show, whatever you want to call it. We're trying to set ourselves apart from the regulars, because we ain't regular, but we regular. So tonight, first of all, how you doing, man?
I'm doing swell, brother. How about yourself?
I like how you that word sits good with you, man. I like that.
You told me I stole it from you last week, but you know it's swell, man. I'm
Hey,
feeling
man.
swell.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Zach,
Yes, sir.
the brief.
The brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh. I'm Chop.
I'm Zach.
Cigar Lounge, where we spend most of our time at. Folks come through, we see where they mind at. I'm bound to say something crazy, might have to rewind that.
We be chillin', plotting millions. When we in the building, no doubt that we be chillin'.
We be chillin'.
Tune in and subscribe to get that feeling. Tune in and subscribe to get that feeling.
The brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh.
The brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh. The brief.
There's a lot of hard work that goes into podcast, and people don't realize it. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work. See, what y'all don't see in the background is y'all still tuned in.
You know.
I hope y'all are. Is our brother's beneficial.
This almost wasn't done.
Really? Back here trying to
But now it's a wrap.
Operating.
Chop.
You know, y'all can't see what we see.
Zach.
There's a whole clear operation behind the scenes. So this is all to bring it to y'all. You know, it's all for y'all to come see. So we're glad you got a chance to tune in while all of this is going on, because hey, this is what it is. All cut, no cut, all live.
It's blacked out right now.
Good. Yeah. We good, yo.
You good?
All right,
Back?
back up. So we back.
We back. This ain't no technical difficulties. It's life. But like I said, Zach,
Yeah.
just to backtrack a little bit, we all know each other. We all know different people. It's love when we all know the same people.
Right.
And tonight, we got a special guest, entrepreneurial spirit, good guy, great guy, with a good heart. And we're gonna come back to the word heart later on in the interview.
Yes, sir.
Jared,
Familiare, man.
I can't. Listen, I'm not gonna butcher the man's name.
Hey.
I'm gonna mess it up.
Jared Familiare is on the show tonight. He is the owner, CEO of.
South Philly Cigar Company.
That's right. That's right.
South Philly Cigar Company.
Philly's own.
Currently in multiple stores in the city. Multiple brick and mortars, cigar lounges, cigar shops in the city. Make
Right.
sure you go out and cop it, support them. Good guy. So, Jared, welcome to the brief.
Welcome, brother.
I want to thank you guys for the kind introduction.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Known you for a long time, brother.
And I appreciate you guys inviting me here to be on your podcast.
Appreciate you coming.
Anytime I get invited anywhere to do something as cool as this is a pleasure, and it's my pleasure, to be here.
Pleasure that you
I
came.
appreciate you guys inviting me.
Absolutely. Damn glad you got a chance to come out.
We getting a whole new set of fans with this, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
We
I'm
got
sure
white
we gonna
people on
bring
the
the
show. Like,
essence.
it's crazy. It's crazy. We got white people on the show. Salute. We made it.
Oh, man.
Listen. Jerry, no, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, man, listen. We gonna be who we gonna be. We ain't gonna change for nobody. So what's up, brother? How you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. It was a long, hectic day. I was trying to get stuff together for my website and, getting some shipments out there to some people. And, just trying to do whatever I can every day to, help South Philly Cigarco grow as a company.
What's the website?
You guys could go ahead and visit me at SouthPhillyCigarCo.com.
It's gonna be underneath the bottom too for anybody who missed that.
Okay.
So that's what's up.
Okay.
That's what's up. So we've known you for quite some time, and me personally, every time I saw you, you had a cigar. You were either testing out a new cigar, smoking one of your favorites. You always had something, and it was always this look that you had when you were smoking it. Like you were really dissecting what the leaf was, the binder, everything about it. And years later, we're going to talk a little bit more about it, but years later, you ended up doing something on your own. My question to you, first of all, give us the background. We know you from Philly. We know you represent South Philly, the land of the Eagles, the land of the Flyers, the land of the Sixers. the land of every sports team in Philly. We know that's where you're from. That's where you represent. But give us a background of where you came from and how you got to smoking that first cigar and what was it?
So, funny story. Actually, my very first puff of a cigar was it was like an anisette dipped Italian stogie. I think it was like a De Noble. And I always remembered my dad smoking those every once in a while. And every time he did, I always loved the smell. I would always tell him, like, I love when you smoke those, Dad. Like, I love the smell of those. Sure enough, my mother didn't like it at the time, but you know, he let me take a little puff. I was very young.
Oh, wow.
Like young, like what?
Ooh, 12. It was like a you know, it was like a dad giving his son like a sip of beer type of situation. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay.
And I remembered that sticking out to me, and then I'd always see my brothers here and there smoking a cigar, and you know, I'd always told them like, hey, you know, ask them, you know, let me puff that, let me puff, you know. And then eventually, I was lucky enough to get a job at a cigar shop. So it was pretty cool.
Wow.
Years later.
So was that your ambition to work in cigars when you puffed it, or?
So actually not. So there's another little backstory behind how I actually got into the cigar industry. Now, I'd always had a small peak interest in cigars. Like I told you, I love the aroma. I love like what it was about. You know, how they looked, how they smelled, everything. But I always like wanted to like try one for myself. And sure enough, years later, I was introduced to the cigar game through a mutual friend of mine, who introduced me to my boss, Michael Capelli, over at Capelli Brothers Cigar Company.
Salute.
And I was early in recovery at the time. You know, I quit drinking at the time, and you know, I found this is a nice little vice to kind of, you know, ease away from the drinking.
Got you.
And I was introduced to Capelli Brothers, and I saw it. I was like, wow, this place is cool. It's like a bar atmosphere. I saw cigars as being a very social thing. I saw people interacting with each other, and it was the first time that I'd ever seen that people could do that without a drink in their hand, you know, or not have it be so forward in the environment.
Right.
Like I could be social, go out and be social. Like here's something that I could use to go out and be social, and not have a drink in my hand. And I thought that was a pretty cool thing, and I got hooked immediately. So I would go to the shop every day, and I would light up a mid Java. I would sit in the corner by myself. I wasn't a very social person at the time. I wasn't as outgoing as I may seem now on camera.
You're very outgoing now.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was a pretty introverted person. You know, I was dealing with a lot of isms at the time, before I got some spiritual help. And cigars kind of forced me to be social. And it really forced me to be social when I was out of work at the time, and a position opened up at the cigar shop. And I said, hey, like I'm out of work, like I can come in here and do this every day. You know, and I wasn't expecting to stay there as long as I did.
Right.
You know, and here I am, almost 10 years later.
Wow.
Wow.
Kept going with it every day. I started out in there working the retail shelf, and started to learn how to sell, started to really get a hold of tobacco. My first year at the shop, I was lucky enough to work with a very good friend of mine, George Brightman, who was one of the first guys to help kick off Cigar Aficionado. He was also a cigar aficionado himself. Very, very, very knowledgeable, reputable tobacconist. and it's a very cool opportunity I have, you know. And I stuck with it and ran with it.
Wow. And when you say cigar aficionado, are you speaking more like the magazine or?
The magazine. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. We get those here at the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's pretty cool. So needless to say, you in the last 10 years have elevated, you know, to where you are today and bringing out what we'll soon introduce, your own cigar brand. So the love never left. It seemed to have increased since the first day you had that smoke.
More and more every day, man.
That's what I'm talking about. And the thing is that you were able to go from one thing that you said was more than likely an issue in your life and change that and go directly into something else, and here you are today. That's good. That's good stuff.
It's
man.
beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's good stuff.
You know, we talk very often, and I love how you work the room, whether you pissed off or not. You work the room. So my question would be to you, like, if somebody comes in, when somebody comes in and they're new to cigar smoking, how do you introduce them, because they don't have they don't know their palate? How do you introduce them to, how have you introduced them to a certain cigar, or do you just go automatically Connecticut on them, or do you say, you look at they frame and be like, they might be stocky and big, like, yo, give you a Maduro off the rip? Or how do you gauge that?
Good question.
Well, one of the first questions that I ask is, do you smoke? Do you have any other nicotine vices? Right? Like, I want to know where their level is with that. Because I don't want to give them something to overpower them as far as nicotine content. So I want to see, number one, are they, do they smoke? Did they eat anything before they came?
Yes.
Right? How much did they drink? Right? I could kind of get an idea by looking at somebody, you know, if they're a little tuned up or not. So I could kind of gauge on that. Because, you know, one small decision or recommendation, you know, could go south.
Right.
Turn them off, yeah.
Exactly.
You know, and there was a period of time where I had a moment like that. Where I was kind of like, oh man, like I recommended this person what I thought was a light cigar, and here they are turning green at the bar.
Wow, look
You
at
know, so it's.
You hear that green, you say blue,
But at the
because
same
green is a
time,
bad color.
Oh God.
But
Continue
at the same
on, sir.
time, like it's, you know, you really don't know how a person's system's going to react, you know, so it's really at their own risk, you know, what type of reaction they're going to get, you know, at that time. But, you know, I try to gauge on, you know, what they, you know, do they smoke? You know, what did they eat before they got there?
Right.
And where do they want to start? Now, in a cigar shop, typically you have your, you know, your infused cigars, and then you have your traditional cigars, what I like to call, or, you know, makes it easier for the customer to understand.
Right.
So I kind of gauge on which way they want to go from there. Some people choose infused, some people choose traditional. And if we go in traditional, all right, what neighborhood could we go through from there? So, do you smoke? Do you know, have any tolerance to nicotine? How do you like your coffee? Do you like your coffee black?
Wow, really?
Yeah, like there's a lot of different things you can kind of gauge to really pinpoint a perfect cigar recommendation for a newcomer.
Now, for yourself, have you ever, in the beginning stages, have you ever had a cigar, even now, as much as you know, you're definitely in the world, your palate is trained, and you understand it and you respect it. Is there a time that you had a cigar that just had your head like, whoo?
Well,
You don't gotta say the name of the cigar though, but just a cigar.
Yeah.
And how did you calm that down?
So typically, when you are going through cigar sickness or nicotine poisoning, you want to try to get some type of sugary beverage in you, or food, because the nicotine, if you don't have any food in your stomach to elevate your insulin levels correctly, could drop your insulin levels significantly.
Right.
And make you dizzy and spin out. So it's important that you make sure that your sugar levels are right.
Right, that's true.
Before you go ahead and start smoking.
That's true, because me as a diabetic, it's always important for me to make sure that mine is leveled out, because that can happen as well. You know, where I smoke a cigar, if I haven't had anything to eat, you know, something that's going to keep me balanced, what's going to happen is I'm going to drop, and I'll feel it instantly, probably a little bit faster than other people, but that is important. I'm glad that you said that, because a lot of people probably don't even realize that.
Question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
You fast sometimes.
I do.
So how does that, and this, it just popped in my head. When you fasting and you smoking, how do you balance that?
Same thing. So what I'll do is, at times, you know, of course, you know, having diabetes is, you know, something that's, it's a lifelong lesson, you know, not necessarily from things that you always done wrong, but just the way that your body reacts to carbohydrates and sugar. So what happens is if I get to that point, or before I do that while I'm fasting, I might take a little small dab of chocolate. Could be dark chocolate, could be milk chocolate, something small like a little mini, bite into it, and then what that'll do is that'll level me off. You know, because when I'm fasting from, of course, I'm doing that all the time for however long that's going to be, then, you know, that piece of chocolate will balance me out, get me right. And I think now that I've gotten to the point where I've smoked for so long, I know exactly when it's coming, and I know how to get it beforehand. So,
well, like Zach said, I mean, take the male species out of the equation. Ladies, chocolate is good for you. Ladies, chocolate is good for you. That's all I got to say.
It's every episode.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, every.
I've been chilling. Have I been chilling?
No, you haven't. I just haven't said anything.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I mean, every episode you gotta.
The truth.
Game,
the
bro.
truth.
I got okay. We're gonna go with the truth.
I'm not
this
like,
week.
yo, man, you be faking.
Let's gonna go with the truth. But hold up, man. I just noticed that Jared is smoking alone, man. I don't have anything, and by this time we usually done. What's going on? What you smoking today?
I was gonna smoke this Sancho Panza Extra Cheeto.
Extra Cheeto, cheesy?
No, this is
like the cheese, man.
No, it's not. No.
Okay,
No,
all right. I'm just asking, brother.
Courtesy of Jerry said Cheeto meant cool, so I'm extra cool when we record the show.
Okay.
So it's only right that I smoke this. How about yourself?
Extra cool guy. All right, so you know I gotta go to the case. Y'all probably can't see the case today, but I was actually going to smoke this bad boy right here, Jaime Garcia Especial. Why? Because first of all, it's a limited edition, and
Money.
our homie that passed away a year ago, Sunday, July 14th, Cop Kev, he used to love Jaime's, one of his favorite cigars. So early in the week, smoked one. I was gonna smoke one tonight dedicated to him, but you know, we'll smoke something a little bit different tonight for y'all. So we'll
Remix.
Yeah, that'll be next week.
Listen,
What you got?
we got South Philly Cigar Company CEO in the house. It's only right that we get this purple box. Purple's a good color around here.
Yeah.
Got the purple box.
My wife's favorite color.
Man, that's my favorite color too.
Really?
I like purple a lot.
Oh yeah, that's my wife's
I like
favorite
purple
color.
a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's back. I'll tell you the origin of why it's my favorite color. But this the
I don't
joint.
even think I
So
wanna
we're going
know.
to smoke the curator, the CEO, so South Philly Cigar Company, Jared, his cigar tonight. And we want to let him explain the ingredients of the cigar.
First of all, what is this? Is this a Maduro?
So that is a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. So I'll give you guys a rundown of the entire blend right here for this particular cigar Zach's lighting right now. So that is a Mexican San Andreas wrapper over a Habano binder with Nicaraguan and Dominican fillers. So it kind of touches, you know, our favorite origins in the tobacco world a little bit. You know?
You know how classy that's, like, wow.
It sounds like this brother knows what he's talking about.
He knows what he's selling.
He's know what he's selling.
Know
He
he's
knows what he's
smoking.
producing. He knows what he's smoking. Which, I mean, we already know that
We already know.
Jared is,
Yeah.
you know, he's official.
Yeah.
I see the Instagram posts. You know, I'm like, you know, this guy here, you know, he's showing him up. You know, he's showing him how to do it. And that's how it's supposed to be done.
So what's explain this?
So that right there is South Philly Cigarco's Ecuadorian Connecticut over Habano with Nicaraguan Dominican fillers.
Mm.
Whew. How much is a box?
So my boxes are retailing, God, I think they're maxing out on my website at like $230 for the San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, San Andreas is, you know, it's a pretty pricey wrapper.
Right.
You know, it's a sexy wrapper, and you got to pay good money for that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
It's a Belafonte wrap.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a Belafonte wrapper.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
So, how many come in the box?
So my boxes right now are coming in 20 count boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's 2 face sizes to each one. There's Robusto and Toro. Toro being a 6x52.
Okay.
And Robusto being a 5x50, which is your standard, you know, you want to keep those 2
Right.
regularly. So, yeah.
So Chuck touched on a little bit about when a person comes in that's a novice to the cigar life and you pair it.
Wait, before you do that,
Go ahead. What's up, brother?
what's your initial puff like?
Well, first of all, I had to retro it.
Mm-hmm.
The retro is pretty nice. I like to be able to have a cigar give me some of the fragrance when I first smoke it. You know, I want to know if it's spicy. I want to know if it's mild. This right here is so far a good selection. When I get 2/3 in, I'm gonna tap back into y'all and let y'all know what's good with it. But I like it so far. But Chalk already tapped in about, you know, when people come in and they're novices smoking and they're not clear on what they want to smoke and you take it through it. Have you had anybody ever return to you years later and go, hey, Jared, man, thank you. I appreciate you coming, you know, let me know what's going on and give you an update on where they at in the cigar life now?
Bro, there's people that come up to me that I forgot about, you know, from years ago. And I'll see them now and they'll be like, dude, like, I came here so many years ago. You know, you did your cigar recommendation, you know, Florida's, and you know, I've been wanting to come back ever since. Finally back, you're still here. It's there's a lot of beautiful experiences like that I've experienced myself being
Right.
in the cigar industry.
Right.
Changing people's lives.
Bro,
Like when the realism of it is you changing somebody's life. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is. When you look at it that way, you know, when you look at it, because a lot of people who don't smoke cigars, when you do start to smoke these, it brings a lot of unity amongst people. And the thing about it is it brings unity to different cultures, because sometimes you may not know who you're sitting in front of. And sometimes, let's keep it real, you may not want to indulge or smoke with certain people because you're not really tapped into who they are and what they are. And these things here bring conversation. What do you do? Where are you from? How did you start smoking? Things like that. And one thing that they do for certain is they will bring that conversation and that peace that people are looking for while smoking cigars. So it's good to even hear that you're a part of something like that, because when you are putting people in place of these things here and giving them information because they don't know, and you're actually giving them that information and they're figuring out things to smoke, is always one of those things collectively in the long run can bring them back to you, and then it can also open up great things as well.
Yeah, man. So that was, you know, it's one of the things I loved about being in the cigar industry. Before I started my South Philly cigar page, I started, you know, the original name of my South Philly cigar page was originally Jared Knows Cigars. I did eventually revamp that. You guys could throw that or tag that at the bottom. Jared Knows Cigars on Instagram. So I would go on there, and anytime I would smoke a cigar, I would take a picture of it, and I would post about the cigar, you know, how I liked it, where they, you know, where people had it, and
Right.
it was very, very, very fun part of it,
Yeah.
which helped me gain the following that I have now to kind of set my cigar company in motion.
Right. Right. So when we talk about your cigar company, why the name? What was the effect of? How did you select that? Why did you select it?
Being in the cigar industry for 10 years, well, close to 10 years now, I came across the question a lot, what do you have local to here? And I didn't have a lot of answers for people. And I was able to, you know, eventually come up with that answer.
Right.
So I wanted to kind of corner the market of that question in Philadelphia and kind of and claim it.
Right.
You know, and because I love South Philly, my family's been here since 1762, been here forever.
Wow.
You know, and
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So I'm born and bred, bleed in and out, through and through South Philadelphia.
There you
go. That's the name of my company, and you know, I'm going to stand behind that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As you should. So far, I enjoy the spiciness of it, for sure. It actually goes through, and I like to have that spicy flavored cigar. And if I don't get that in the first couple of puffs, then it's kind of like one of them joints that you just gotta, not this one. This is really solid. Get yourself one. Take a look at it again if you didn't see it in the beginning.
So what I particularly like about this blend, most of all, is yeah, you get that spice, but I love how it kind of coats your mouth in this like silky, like dried fruit, almost like prune flavor, and with a little chocolate on the finish. I don't know if you're getting that.
I do taste the chocolate.
Yeah,
I do
but
taste
it's
the
like
chocolate.
That's what she said.
Like it all kind of floats down there, kind of coats.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
you know, the oils really, you know, take heed
Right.
onto the palate. It's a San Andreas done right, that's for sure.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt about
I
it.
mean, you guys could see here, you know, just past just the start of the last third here, and just maintaining the ash, the construction. I mean, these guys over at Seafood Factory, like they do a phenomenal job.
Shout out to them, man.
Yeah, for real.
You have made me a star. And I mean, my face is on grand pages that they don't even type in English. Like, thank you.
Definitely, yeah, dude, no problem. Definitely a big shout out to Lou, my buddy Lou over at Seafood Factory. He's a real G. You know, he saw the vision. He saw the desperation in my messages.
Right.
When I was trying to contact him in his factory, and he was able to work out a deal with me, you know, and to get this moving and off the ground. And he helped me every step of the way. He kept me calm every step of the way. You know, I'm a pretty frantic guy.
I mean, he has a lot of patience. Shout out to Lou. What's up?
Yeah, definitely. You know, this was months and months of conversation in the process of, you know, he sent me a batch of samples that I really loved, and, you know, we had conversations after that, and,
Right.
you know, we got to a point where we were able to decide on these final blends and execute it. He worked with me every step of the way, man.
Now, would this be considered your blend?
it's definitely a major collaboration.
Right.
Did I pick the wrapper to put on that blend? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is pretty much a standard, you know what I mean, blend.
Right.
But the way these guys do it, it's just not like
anything else.
Not like anything else I've gotten at any other factory as far as like the quality, construction, the draw testing, like everything, all the whole way through. It's just a proper cigar smoking experience.
Wow.
Through and through. I just love how they curate and run everything, man. It's just like quality is number one. They make sure that their customers get what they pay for. You know what I mean? As far as the, everything.
Wow. Yeah, it's an expensive lifestyle, so it's always good to have quality cigars.
And good friends like you that give me cigars because I'm not in your tax bracket. So I appreciate you. Whenever you give me a cigar, I'm like, yo, make sure you got good friends in your life that give you cigars and different, trinkets and stuff like that. I appreciate you, sir.
Yeah, make sure you got good friends in your life. Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm gonna get to my Zach mode right now.
Okay.
Can I get to my Zach mode?
Yeah, because I got a couple questions, so far away, my brother.
Oh. We're gonna get into the nitty gritty of the whole situation. This is called the Zach attack.
Hold up.
Alright.
So the hand movement though? That is me.
Yeah, okay.
Shout out to everybody who noticed that. Because people be like, yo, I see you when you get your phone.
We don't get to the understanding of the standing under.
That's right. So they gonna understand.
Makes no damn sense, but he does it better than anybody else.
It's my thing.
Let's have a little bit of fun, man.
Okay.
Cigar etiquette. You're on the front lines of this. You see it every day that you go to work, and you see it when you're just a customer. What are some things that you see that is totally no-nos, but you see it all the damn time, and you might have to bite your tongue when you're working?
Pet peeves.
Bite my tongue? Do I do that?
I've seen you do it like twice. 2 out of 1,000.
The face says everything.
Nah, man. Like there's just some shit that I have to call out if I say it.
Do it. It's the place.
Like, don't spit in the ashtrays.
Wait.
Whoa, who do that?
Who does that?
There's people that spit in the ashtrays, man. There's people that do it.
Wow.
And these guys would be smokers that have been around smoking for quite a little bit, and it's like, dude, like if you ain't handling like the nicotine that you're salivating in your mouth, then that's probably not the right cigar for you.
That's a.
You know what I mean? Why do you find it like? I don't know. Like I like this cigar. I want to taste every bit of it. The juices. You know what I mean? Pause.
Right.
I want to swallow those.
Pause.
You know what I mean? Why waste that?
Right.
That's those are all beautiful parts of the cigar. Like that's the money you're taking in. Like you want to spit that out into the ashtray.
Right.
You know, if you're spitting it out, it's probably not the cigar for you.
Wow. I never even thought of that.
Wow.
Not like that.
Have you ever seen somebody spit in an ashtray?
No, I have not.
Like,
I think it would turn me off.
Is it like spit because they got a piece of the cigar like when
It's
like,
spit because like their mouths are salivating.
You
Because
gotta
they
go.
can't
You gotta
handle
go
it.
after that. You can't stay here.
Because you know what I mean. From like when sometimes when you smoke, you start to salivate. They can't handle that.
Damn, that's crazy.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah, definitely all the way. Was there something else?
Yeah, bro. When people stick their cigar in their mouth and then they ask me to cut it for them.
Oh no.
Right? No, what I do, I did like quietly. I cut the cigar and then I throw it right in my sanitizer, like in my 3-compartment sink right there, in front of their face, so that they know, like, motherfucker, that was dirty. Don't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's bad cigar etiquette.
Wow.
That's exactly why I clean the cutter every week and do the same thing, because you just never know.
You never know.
You never know.
In my personal cutter, I don't know if I hold it. Unless, like you said, yeah, I'll be like, here.
Right.
Because I know you're not doing that.
Right.
But I've seen countless people be like, and it's not lit. I'm like,
Yeah,
whoa.
that's bad business.
Like
Whoa.
and if you're going to a shop, like, and if you can't trust the fact that, you know, if you can't trust cutting the cigar without it fucking falling apart, you know what I mean? Like, we kind of like take pride in our humidification.
Yeah.
Like we try to stay on top of it as much as we can.
Right.
I mean, there was a bunch of shit I still wanted to like help spec out. You know what I mean? To, you know, make sure that shit's like correct as far as the humidification. It's a constant. It's a constant like battle, level and upkeep. You know what I mean? And if you're a cigar shop, you definitely got to care about that.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
You know, so if you're somebody coming into our shop from a different shop, like you could pretty much trust that our cigars, aside from the shop that you're used to going to, with the dusty
never had
truck,
that
you know,
cigar,
I'm not trying to bust on anybody, but
No, it is what
shops
it
that
is.
like don't keep an eye on their shit.
Right.
You know, like you could guarantee the trust that when you clip our cigar, that shit ain't gonna fall apart. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah, because on the end of it, it can fall apart.
It will.
It will fall apart when you
It will
light it,
fall
all
apart.
of that.
You know, we all about reality here. So one thing, the major thing about cigar life and cigar world, especially here in our city, I can only speak about that because I'm here every day. We here every day. It's cool. This brings a lot of people together. Different colors, different races, and we all sit around and we enjoy this and become good friends and laugh and joke and all that. From your standpoint, do you see that as well? And
I mean, my background was a little different. I didn't. I mean, this was my life anyway. You know what I mean? Like this is how it always was. You know, I always mixed it up with all different kinds of people. You know what I mean? It's just who I am. It's just who I was.
right,
You know, it's how I was raised. You know, I didn't get along with a lot of white kids in school. You know, I was made fun of. I was kind of outcasted. I didn't know exactly where to fit. I was somewhere between the skateboarders and the black kids at school.
Right.
You know, and like that was kind of like where I leaned towards or sat or was put towards.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, man, it's like, you know, this has always been, but that is the beautiful thing about it, because if it's not about race, right, it's about political beliefs and stuff like that.
Right.
And the cigar world is like one of those places where people like that would normally not mix come and vibe and chop it up and smoke cigars and laugh and joke and, you know, and that's one beautiful thing about cigars.
Absolutely.
now it's funny you mentioned the skateboarding. You can skateboard real good. Like I would be broken up.
I believe that. I believe that you would.
I would be it wouldn't happen.
Right. Okay.
So you can do all the
You
tricks
know.
like make the skateboard flip while you want it and go up in the air and
I mean, yeah, I did that, like, you know, before I even got involved into the cigar world, you know, like that was one of the other places I was trying to like elevate in.
To go professional?
Like not really professional. It was like there was like a bunch of cool stuff, like opportunities I was able to come across, like because I worked at like a pretty renowned skate shop, and, you know, the skateboarding community in Philadelphia called Sub-Zero Skate Shop back in the day.
Gotcha.
Used to be over there on 5th and South. And one day somebody dropped off a flyer. Next thing you know, I'm doing a commercial for NFL Films in 2002.
Damn.
Then I did, that was an edit for Cable in the Classroom. When they did that got aired. That was pretty cool. That was a paid gig.
Right. Nice.
And then I got put on. I got filmed for WHY Live, but it got pulled because they used a lot of stuff from Lords of Dogtown. There was like some copyright issues.
Okay.
They took that down. Who else? I did an interview for Comcast Sportsnet with a guy called Brad Now. He did a thing called Story Road. That got aired.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a bunch of cool stuff that I had the opportunity to do.
Sound like it.
Yeah,
Sound like it.
growing up in the skateboard world.
I got a question. So, you were saying that this Ecuadorian is a part of your cigars, right? So a lot of people will travel when it comes down to cigars. Myself, I've been to Cuba. I know that Chuck has been to the DR. You know, you even have cigars that are made in America. You know, J.C. Newman,
Right.
a few other places. You know, a few other kinds that are made here. I think the El Rey, Los. Can't think of the name, but they're all made
Yeah,
here.
Brick House is an American
That's
pure
right,
road,
Brick House
right?
as well. Have you traveled anywhere outside of the country and got a chance to experience that at all?
Never,
not,
man.
Not at all. Okay.
I've always been stuck here in Philly. Costs a lot of money to travel places.
Absolutely, it does.
You know what I mean? I was never really, I'm being honest here. Never really in that financial position to fucking travel that much or to different countries like that. You know, I am going to in the future. I'm making plans right now to explore a lot of different places.
Right.
Yeah, man, it's definitely something in store for my future.
I tell you what, by the taste of this cigar, you on your way, bro.
Thanks, man.
For real, you on your way. This is a pretty good fucking cigar.
So, if anybody was wondering who the cigar was made in honor of,
When you're referring to the Purple Heart.
yeah,
Okay.
I want to touch on that.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
the guy on the band is my uncle, Anthony Familiare, nicknamed Butch. He died in Lai Kay, 20 miles south of Saigon in the Vietnam War. He was drafted and died the day after his 21st birthday. So I called this cigar the Purple Heart in honor of him. To honor veterans, who went and fought and lost their lives for our country, and this honors him, and as well as my father too, who John Familiare, who told me a lot about him, and, which inspired me to do this cigar. August 5th will be years since my dad passed, so to be able to put out this cigar and remember my father and honor my uncle was a beautiful thing to do. I'm glad I did it.
I never mentioned that, but I've heard many stories, seen pictures, and I know, without meeting him, I know he is extremely proud. I know, but I'm proud of you. We're proud of you. Everybody in the circle is, so I know his level of proudness exceeds our proudness, so salute to you for carrying on the honor of your family. A lot of people don't do that. They say it, they don't do it. And that right there is a testament to your upbringing and your soul.
So there's people I want to, if this video does get out to, people, I would like to talk to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Society.
Yeah, go ahead.
And maybe talk to them about, see what I could do to, maybe help keep the upkeep, because they do have his name honored on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall
Okay.
over there on on Front Street by Penn's Landing. He's on DC. DC's wall. Little chip flying around in space. I'm with the honor him on the cigar too, but I want to see if I could link up with them and see if I could do something to help the upkeep of the place, or if there's anything I could do to help out there.
Yeah, well, that's good, man, because our veteran services, when they come back home, in some cases, some people don't get some of the help that they need, some of the services, jobs, opportunities, and things like that they don't get to have. So the more support for those folks, because they give their lives, and I say this all the time. My father was a Vietnam vet. I have friends that are here that are vets from the military that I specifically honor them myself to hear that. So when you hear something like that and you get a focus on other folks and things, those people are one of the ones that we should give it to, because those flowers should be, especially the ones that make you back, those flowers should be directly to them, and they should have full services for everything, access to everything. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I couldn't say no better. They deserve much more than what they do get.
Yeah, pat on the back, and
No, that's not enough.
Some percentages for some health insurance. It should be more than that.
It should be free health insurance
For everybody. Yeah.
You serve the country, free health insurance.
That's right.
Yeah.
Free housing, if you need that, or if you have a house, a major discount, which they already get discounts, but a major discount on your house, when your house purchase or something like that.
Absolutely.
And or something simple like a vehicle.
Yeah, services to get them around.
There's companies that donate, but they should be like automatic. The government should give you a vehicle.
Yeah.
So
it'd be nice.
maybe one day we'll live in a world where that's reality.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
We may not be here, but one day.
Maybe one day. What you got, man?
Now, when you're salute the Capellis again. When you're at Capellis, there's a lot of in every cigar lounge has a vibe. Every cigar lounge has its characters, its own persona. What makes Capelli's different than anywhere else that you've been?
Bro, I mean, the characters that we have been able to accumulate in that place have been unreal. I mean, like, we got some true legends in the game in our crew.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like, we got from fucking Yale to jail. You know what I mean? I think our location does that. Our location, where we're specifically at, brought top tier suit and tie guys, doctors, felons,
All walks of life.
all walks of life, bro. I think the location did that for us.
Gotcha.
Alone, because it's like you can sit and try to explain how it happened.
You just gotta see it for yourself.
You just got to say it for yourself. So you guys could stop by Capelli Brothers Cigar Company, located at 211 South 13th Street in Center City, Philadelphia, right in the heart of the neighborhood, oddly enough. But it's crazy how it works in that area.
I was just telling somebody last night, I was there last night, and I was like, for years, I would not go. Just being honest. I would only go in the daytime. And then somebody was like, no, it's definitely crazy, it's nice. I'm like, nah, I'm not coming down there when 7 o'clock after. Now I'm pulling up 11:30, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And when you're in there, it's a shit show outside.
Oh, yeah.
It's a shit show inside, but it's an extra shit show outside. But when you're in there, it's like you just walk through this portal and you just another world.
Is it because you come into a new zone? Is that what that is? I mean, you judging from the outside world coming in, is it like this is home?
It's a shock value. It's a shock, and you can explain it better. You're down there at times. I'm not down there.
It's a shock value for what it is, right?
Okay.
You go there, it's chaotic. You got people walking around wearing all types of crazy shit, right? Got to take the good with the bad,
Right.
right? You know, you're in their area, right? Like it is what it is. But then once you step into the shop, it's like, are we in the same neighborhood?
Wow.
You know?
See what happens. Just give him a thumbs up.
You got the book.
Actually, had the audio. So you can go on YouTube and get the audio.
Testosterone. All right, back.
So, testosterone. So, basically, what it is it blocks out that estrogen that normally would come if you were to take supplements and things like that could be involved. So what that does is it actually increases it, and I was kind of bugged out when I first saw it. I'm like, really? And then I started to do my research on it, and I'm like, okay, so this is a real thing.
Wow.
So it was an interesting thing to read, and it was an interesting thing to see.
It's funny you say that because weird because I have periods of time where I'll go to the gym very early and I'll pack on some weight and some muscle and stuff like that, and it comes on a little easier for me. I think I get a lot of fast results.
Right.
And I can put on 10 pounds of muscle
Easy.
2 months,
Wow.
3 months.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way.
And I wonder if that has something to do with cigar smoking. It's very, very, very cool to think about.
Yeah, because I'm not afraid. Get tested to make sure that you're still in the up and up. And I did a few years ago. And I'm thinking, as the age I am, I'm dropping, and I'm concerned. And the doctor was like, hey man, you doing really well. compared to your age, what are you doing? And honestly speaking, you know, because when we don't go to the doctor or do go to the doctor, you know, you kind of reluctant. I don't know if I want to tell the doctor I smoke cigars. But I was like, hey man, I smoke cigars. He said, you know, I do too. And that's when I first heard about the possibility that testosterone is more developed when you smoke cigar. Of course, when you smoke tobacco, it's the opposite effect, you know. But when you smoke a cigar, because you're not inhaling it, you know, you're using it, that smoke lingers, which shows cases what we were talking about earlier about eating before you actually smoke, proper rest and stress. Because when we come in, what happens, fellas? We smoke these and we mellow out. Yeah. Am I right on that?
Yeah.
So that helps that whole thing. So when we stressing and going crazy in our mind, outside the door, like you said, outside Capelli, when you walk in, that nature come in.
Well, speaking of nature, I had to retract what I said because I heard differently than what you said, and I believe you. But I done had some crazy situations after smoking a couple cigars, and it was beautiful. It was, I mean, bam. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing to me?
Yo, you sure you not just a nasty boy, dog?
Wow.
Yeah, I think you're a nasty dude.
No.
Yo,
Why you gotta put that title on me?
I mean, yo, we talking about man stuff, and you talking about
this is man stuff.
The pleasures of life after the cigar. What you talking about during the
It's
cigar?
all together.
I feel you, bro.
It's all together.
I feel you. Talk your
Bottle
talk,
of champagne, a cigar,
cigar.
some lamb chops,
Oh, you doing it big.
or something simple like a shrimp roll from the Chinese store.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm
No
not.
McDonald's, none of that. You can't get none of the fries and the hot joints.
Yo, shout out, first of all, shout out to Stacy. I had some McDonald's fries last week, and she was like, Chop, you ain't save me no fries. I'm like, you're not getting none of my fries.
Stacey, we want our shirts.
Yeah. We want our shirts.
We want our shirts. I want my name on the back.
Give the shirts, you get the fries.
No, she ain't getting the fries. She ain't getting the fries. But no, like, I gotta look that up, look into that more. So that's crazy.
Look it up. Look, you can find a couple videos on YouTube about it.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely.
What else can they find on YouTube?
I mean, you can pretty much find everything, but you can find the brief podcast on YouTube as well.
_brief_podcast. TM, which stands for Talk About Having the Morning, where we from in Germantown.
Right.
Shout out to everybody in Germantown. Talk About Having the Morning. We love you. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, you got the case over there.
I got the case.
And we always hit our guests with a crazy question.
Mm-hmm.
You want to dig in the case?
You want me to dig in the case?
Dig in the case.
Let's see here. You got me here. So.
Oh, Jared, this is part of the show. Like I just said, we asked our guests, our esteemed guests, crazy question. You never know what it might be. Zach just pulled it out the box. Bam. Out the briefcase, I'm sorry. Bam.
Whew. Straight from the brief.
When working at a cigar lounge, there was a question that we asked probably about 10 episodes ago. Go back and watch those. And we asked,
Was I there?
of course, do I conduct the shows about the South Florida?
Okay, go ahead.
We asked, can people find love in a cigar lounge? Have you yourself, my brother Jared, witnessed any love going on in the Capelli brothers establishment?
Have you found love too?
Whoa, yeah. We want to know. Oh, judging by that,
Listen, bro, like working at this specific location, like I didn't think I would ever get as much play as I did in my life.
So you found a wife?
Nah. Lots of flings, a lot of shit I thought I fell in love. You know what I mean? Lots of everything. Yeah, I've been in some situations. I've whipped. I mean, there's shit I see I can't say.
Absolutely.
I saw. There's stuff that.
Wait. Before you go further, The stuff in your presence, or like you that stories that you heard.
Like stuff in my like homie will come in 1 week with one chick, right? Be out on a date, blah, 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 right? And then he'll set up the same situation next week with a different chick, right? And I got to make sure that I remember that he wasn't with the chick he was with before.
Right.
That this is a new chick, and I got to act like I didn't see him at all.
So not
You know
only,
what I mean?
So not only
Like,
you get these cigars out, you gotta remember.
I got to know my people, man.
Oh wow.
I got to know my people.
Here, ever mess up and say, "Oh, you changed your hair. You look nice this week."
God, fuck no. I'm trying to make money, bro.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, that's the same one.
I'll expect my tip value to go down after I do that.
Absolutely. Because we asked that question not too long ago in the episode, and it's basically one of them things where because it's a lot of connections as we spoke about. So I always wanted to know on the other side of it, what do you see in detail? Not in detail, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. There's always some flings. Like I watch people hook up, like two people meet, and then stay together for a long period of time.
Right.
Get married. Situations that
See?
things you had like
married.
a lot of shit, bro. Kids. I've seen kids happen out of this fucking place. Like it's like
Wow.
Wow.
whole lives are being created.
So it's safe to say when you go down Capelli Brothers, it's like being on Christian Mingle. You just go ahead and
Definitely not Chris.
So here's the thing about
Devil's
Capelli's,
Mingle.
right? Like
Wow.
you're in between two of the hottest clubs, like in Philly. Like not the hottest clubs, but the most renowned clubs, right? Like popular, like gay clubs.
Right, okay.
Which
Which I do not.
Keep- a lot. These motherfuckers always talking about going to the neighborhood. What are you doing around there?
Why the lesbians?
Like I said, never got laid so much until I started working there. My hand to God, no bullshit, no lie. Yeah, bro. So you got to take with the good. You got to take the good with the bad. You know what I mean? I try to take a lot of the good.
It sounds
A lot of
good.
it, you know?
It all sound good.
I'm staying in Philly. I'm not going across the street.
Hey man,
No,
listen.
I'm cool.
It's a world. It's the world. A world that we live in, and we got love for everybody.
No, we don't like our love. We're just not going across the street.
For sure. Yeah. So that was one of my brief questions. Do you have one, brother? Because I know you got something good in
Now-
your mind.
Oh yeah. So this is going to be a twist. I know you love music, and first of all, thank you for playing my music in there. I
Oh,
appreciate
dude. Always a pleasure hearing Chop Bella Fonte at the shop, bro.
it. Who are a couple major influences music-wise that always get your blood boiling? Like you have to play that when you're working. Like you have to play it.
Oh, bro, Beanie Sequel. South Philly, and he holds the true fucking, you know what I mean? Like it's like Beanie Siegel, you know what I mean? He holds the anthems, bro.
Right.
Fuck everybody else.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like
Shout out to Beans.
he's a legend.
Absolutely.
He's a legend. He comes from my city,
21st and
my neck of the woods.
You're part of this
Right in
city.
South, yeah, my
He
part
is
of the
the
city.
city.
He represents South Philadelphia, bro. Like,
Are there two different South Philadelphias, or is it one South Philadelphia?
well, you got the one side of Broad Street and you got the other side of Broad Street. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it goes.
Right,
you know, neighborhood to neighborhood.
East versus West.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how it always was. You know what I mean? Even when it broke down to the Italian and Irish neighborhoods, you know, it was like the Italian guys were banging the Irish chicks. The Irish chicks were banging the Italian guys, and then swapping, and then it was like that with all the other neighborhoods and everybody else. You know what I mean? This is how it is.
Absolutely.
South Philadelphia.
So
Listen.
who else?
Go ahead.
No, I was about to say who else? You asked me about Philly, right?
So who else? One
Um,
or two others.
Who else? Nas,
Okay.
legend.
You know your hip hop.
Now let me throw a monkey wrench in it. What about outside of rap? What's your go-to outside of rap?
My go-to music outside of rap?
Outside rap. Like Chuck said, we'll get you motivated, amped up while you're at work. Like, I gotta hear this. It's one of my things right here.
Bro, I like a lot of like emo, hardcore. Like a lot of that are between like My Chemical Romance, like all those people. Like from there then on, like a lot of hardcore bands that were involved. Like from like Trustkill Records and all those labels. Those a lot of punk rock.
Okay.
Grew up with a lot of punk.
You ever play? I saw your profile picture on Facebook. You had the spikes in your head.
Yeah, so so that I used to hang out. It was like a punk rock, like kind of like a squatter type house. You know what I mean? They were just like straight up like grunge punks. And I hung out with a girl, and her mom was in a punk band.
Her mom's a punk band.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she was a young girl. She was like maybe 2 years younger than us.
Mm-hmm.
But she had that like cool mom. We'd go over her crib, and it was filled with roaches and beer bottles and fucking and punk rockers sleeping on the couch and fucking partying, and we would always go to like the local shows around there, the hardcore shows and the punk rock shows.
Wow.
And that like I was around the punk scene, but I wasn't like in the punk scene. So when I posted going baseball with Doc Soul on my profile picture, when I had these like Liberty spikes, these punk rockers decided to like load my head up with Knox Shelton and take me to a big Philly punk rock festival.
Wait, back up. What? They did what? Wait, what?
Yeah, they used Knox Shelton, bro. The way that they spiked their hair up like that, punk rockers back in the day, like the big ass 2 foot high mohawks.
Right.
They used Knox Shelton. Shit that you used to fucking make jello with.
Is that the same stuff that Paulie D used? Because he used some stuff that make his joint.
I don't know what the fuck he's using.
Crazy, man.
He's using
It
some type
never
of
moved.
yeah, bro. He's got hair gel on deck all the time.
All the time, cases of it, man.
I'm a pomade guy. It's too harsh for me.
That's crazy. That's
Can't
crazy.
do it. I can't do hair gel.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, because I always want to ask, like, outside of different genres of music, like, what actually gets you? Yeah, it's my. I gotta listen to this.
Yeah,
at least a
but
few
like,
times a year.
Shit.
Yeah,
Hip hop will get my adrenaline going.
absolutely.
Hardcore will get my adrenaline going. There's a lot of classic rock songs that'll get my adrenaline going. I'm very, very, very diverse with music. Like I was always like that. Like whatever pulled my ear, like I'll dive into that genre.
Right.
Right now I'm on EDM. Like I'm listening to EDM.
EDM crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like,
EDM
it's
is
crazy.
crazy.
Like it's like I'm listening to like Strolix Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm learning a lot about that. Like it's very cool stuff to get into. So
Yeah.
a lot of soft house music and or a lot of house EDM, a lot of that shit.
Right.
Starting to like it.
Chuck likes elevated.
See, you trying to wow.
Oh, you can take it back. What the opera? What like Coachella?
You trying to be funny, but I do. I really do. It really calms
Some
me
classical
down.
jazz. What do you got going on, Chop?
Lately, like honestly, like they're friends of ours that was listening to whom I'm about to say years ago, but I really just really tapped into him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Frank.
Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, I really
Hey.
you from years
Yeah,
ago.
Phil,
But
yeah.
now, and that's what I was thinking about.
Right.
So, but lately I just been like really tapping in and listening to the words, and the older I've got, it resonates more.
Right.
I understand it. Back then, 20-something, I wouldn't understood that shit.
Right.
But now it's just like you live life more, and it's like you understand what you're talking about, and you get connected to it.
Absolutely.
So it's been a crazy show, man.
I got one more question before we do it.
Okay, knock it out.
So people listening to the punk, they listening to the EDM, they listening to the rap music. when they pairing that with the South Philly Company cigar, where do they get them from? Where can they go and purchase them? Where
So-
can they select them?
Right now, they're available at Capelli Brothers Cigar Company at 211 South 13th Street, and they're also available at the Cigar Code over by Rivers Casino in Philadelphia, over there on Delaware Avenue. So you guys can catch them there at those locations right now. I am looking to get on more shelves, so
Can I do you a favor real quick? Real quick.
Yeah.
Blue Liga, howl at him. K Cigar Sensations, howl at him. Jay, you know who I'm talking to, howl at him.
Yes.
The list keeps going. Who else? Who else? That we frequent like that. Tim,
Tang,
howl at him.
tobacco, town tobacco.
This is a good fucking cigar, good guy. We're not just saying that because it's our folks. It's a good cigar. Just want to move, get with him.
B&B, all of them. Yeah.
Please.
B&B,
Yes,
Rich,
to him.
get at him.
Get to him.
please hit me up.
Get to him.
Another thing I'll let you guys know too.
Excel, howl at him.
The prices on my website do not reflect the prices for my wholesalers, so you can always hit my email, and I will shoot you over the wholesale menu. That way you could overlook, and see what you like and what you want. Hit me up, please.
And you ship
Please.
all over.
And I ship all over.
Okay.
I ship all over for my retailers. I'll issue all my retailers a promo code where they go on my website. They get their wholesale price, whatever they need, locked down right there.
Right.
That way we can get them in their store. And yeah, let's do this. I'm
He
ready.
ships. He just came back from Cali today. He drove to Cali and he came back to do the brief.
Woo!
So listen,
That's
you
crazy.
got any shout outs before you roll? This is the first shout out that we asked from Gus. Brief, like you won an award. You got a couple seconds.
So I want to shout my main Dr. Smellgood out for getting me with you guys and linking me up with you and introducing me to you, and I really appreciate him for that. I would have never met Zach. I would have never met Chop. I would have never met Andre, any of you guys. So big shout out to him. Big shout out to Michael and Andrew Capelli, the best bosses a guy could ever ask for. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in the position I am now. I want to thank them for giving me the opportunity over the years to grow in this company and as an individual and as a solo business owner. They give me a lot of motivation. They help me out a lot. I want to thank my buddy John Carlo, who gives me all the web advice I could ask for. We spitball a lot of ideas. I want to thank him. Everybody else, if I didn't get to you, I'm sorry. Anybody who's came in my path, man, and helped me. The big shout out to Rum over at Cigar Code.
Shout out to
A
Ron.
huge shout out to Rum. That guy, he did me a couple turns in the past that I'll never forget. I will take to my grave. Anything I could do for that guy, I will. Definitely big shout out to him. He gave me a shot at one of the largest venues in Philadelphia. So big shout out, big huge shout out to Ron and Janice, everybody, that whole staff, for all their love and support. Yeah, and big shout out to my father, R.I.P., my mother, R.I.P., my aunt, who I love dearly. I could never get to see her enough. I know you're watching. I love you, my Aunt Kathy. She's a big motivator. She's my biggest supporter. That's all.
Good stuff. You want to do it? You want to do it? Want me to do it? Listen, everybody, appreciate y'all checking out the show, the Brief Podcast TM. We coming to you with fresh new ideas, fresh new shows, people that's doing their own thing. Shout out to the entrepreneurs out there doing what they do. Shout out to Jared. Shout out to South Philly Company Cigars. Go get you some of these. Chalk gonna hold the box up so you can see it. Go grab those and put yourself in it. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe because we still need more people to motivate us as well. We appreciate y'all joining in. And that's what it is. That's what it's always gonna be. It's the brief, baby. And we out. Peace.
You know, this almost wasn't done.
Really?
But now it's a wrap. Chop. Zach.
Yes, sir.
The brief.
The brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh. I'm Chop.
I'm Zach.
Cigar lounge where we spend most of our time at. Folks come through, we see where they mind at. I'm bound to say something crazy, might have to rewind that.
We be chillin', plotting millions. When we in the building, no doubt that we be chillin'.
We be chillin'.
Tune in and subscribe to get that feeling. Tune in and subscribe to get that feeling.
The brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh.
The brief.
The place we go to chill and get relief.
The brief.
Where we keep it real with all our peeps.
Peace.
Sitting on the couch next to the chief. Sheesh. Sheesh.
The brief. You know,